Kuzuzampo. My real name is Tashwangmo, by the way, which is the second most common female name in Bhutan. First, of course, is Sonam Choden, the most common one. Therefore, I go by the name Specs and Sarcasm on social media, under which moniker I create and write. I'm 24 now. My goal in life was to retire by the age 25. Somewhere along the way, I have lost my confidence that I can do it. I began thinking maybe I will be able to do it by 35 now. It just annoys me that my perfectionist heart is keeping me from taking spontaneous steps towards achieving my goal. I had this idea for this video for quite some time now, so here I am posting this animation video just because I still want to give it a shot to get retired by 25 by monetizing my channel, and also because I heard rumors that someone here in Bhutan had their YouTube channel monetized and they earned so much that they were able to build a building in Thimphu, and you won't even be able to guess what the channel was about. Any guess? It was all K-pop related video. You know, the ones that talks aimlessly about exaggerated K-pop scandals and so on. Anyways, I decided to talk about my art journey in my first animation video because it seems right. And I also thought it would be nice to have one of my building in Thimphu too if this channel ever blows up. So here it is, in the beginning. I used to draw often when I was younger. I remember it was my cousin brother who taught me how to draw. My first drawing was of the building in front of our house in Dampu town, Zirang. See, I'm clearly destined to have a building in my name. I also used to draw digitally every now and then once our family bought a desktop. I used Microsoft Paint and also did some animation using the clip art cartoon on PowerPoint with the animation effects. My father, who did not attend any formal schooling, had a small photo shop in Dampu where he used to make professional quality photo edits such as these. So this is where I learned equally professional photo editing skills using Photoshop. I started using what I know to draw digital art at some point, and here are some of the art I did over the time. Finally, when I graduated from high school and spent almost 6 months plus at home before college, I started drawing outline art consistently to be used with write-ups. I needed them for I am also a writer. Do follow me at SNS98 on Instagram if you like reading short proses that are very relatable. When digital art became a crucial part of my life, slowly I started loving to draw digitally as much as I loved writing. We are sent for our field attachment during our second year in college, which is sort of like 2-month internship in some remote places in Bhutan. That period felt like a paid vacation because we didn't do much for the 2 months and we were given around 5,000 each month. I had plenty of time then, so I started to draw with colors for a change, and this was my first time doing colored digital art in a long time. But I still used to do tracing, or tsapa if I must say. It could not be helped because I used to draw with my low specs laptop and mouse. It didn't give me much leverage as I started out. But then, after using the pen tool, I was able to draw better lines using computer mouse. I started sketching draft on my sketchbook and then drawing on the sketch digitally using the pen tool. I was able to draw much better, as you can see. Soon I decided I should be drawing persistently. I started drawing every day in my sketchbook. Let me also take this opportunity to vent about the unavailability of proper sketchbook, or as a matter of fact, proper art stationery and gadgets in Bhutan. I sometimes get so mad that I feel like I might start a stationery shop out of spite with all the Pinterest-worthy stationery items. It is just so annoying, but Thimphu does have a decent amount of those items. Still, I think we could do a lot better. So because of that issue, I resorted to drawing on the normal Nultram 30 classmate drawing book, which I folded into two to make it much cuter, and to be honest, it served me quite well. Plus, someone who followed me was kind enough to gift me one of his old non-display graphic tablet when I was in 3rd year. With that graphic tablet and my new habit to draw every day, my art skills improved drastically over the next few months. Being God's favorite Alu. Digital art also brought me opportunity to earn some side money during and after college. After RCSC, which I didn't get through, I decided to think maybe I should head back home because I learned over the few months I stayed in Thimphu that creative job market does not pay much. I could not afford to start freelancing because I did not have the financial support to buy better equipments, and also because I didn't have the proper social network in Thimphu to be able to sustain and pay off my bills and loans if I could avail some. But after making up my mind that I should head back home to Kelifu, I got a call from Shangri-La, where I work right now. Shangri-La is an upcoming OTT platform, and I was called in for an interview because they needed a graphic designer, and they just happened to come across my art account on Instagram. This is how your social media presence plays an important role in bringing you opportunities. I kind of had that gut instinct that it was meant to be, so I did not push it any further and scheduled the interview the next day. During the interview, my salary expectations were met. I did not want to work for any lesser amount because I knew that with the amount of time I passionately put into my skills over the past years, and also because money was a huge issue for me as my family is going through a tough time financially, I wanted to guarantee that I will be able to earn enough to live comfortably. Plus, I read Becoming by Michelle Obama, which I recommend, and she taught me to be firm on finding a job you want to do with the pay you can live comfortably on. Additionally, I had also been planning to firstly learn graphic design as soon as I go back home, mainly to diversify my skills, and the job offered by Shangri-La, which is a graphic designer's job, helped me with that goal too. I immediately joined the next day, and this is how I got my first job in January. It's been almost 7 months now as I write this script. I was a digital artist with only a scrape of knowledge in graphic designing, but now I'm able to do quite decently. Working here at Shangri-La, I found the difference between learning by yourself and learning as you do. I took 4 years plus to improve my digital art to what it is today. The growth chart wasn't steady, but with graphic designing, as I was trying to learn and explore every day because the job demanded it, the learning curve was much faster, but I did have my struggles though, when I felt like crying because I felt burnt out as I expected myself to learn things too fast. But thankfully, the co-workers and seniors helped me a lot here and there when I needed it. I had this idea in my head that I wanted to do freelancing and work alone as soon as I can. But after working in a company where there are like-minded people, I thought it's not bad at all to work as a team. But I'm trying not to be so absolute about anything. I will know with time what I want to do. So right now, I'm trying to learn as much as I can as I stay here, and as well as deliver my best, because I feel grateful as I think my first job could not get any better. I was provided with the best equipment. I keep on learning a lot each day, and plus people here are kind, warm and entertaining. I swear this video isn't sponsored by Shangri-La. I'm just grateful. The unforeseeable future. I do feel at times that I am lagging in my art area, especially because I haven't been able to draw daily like I used to now that I have a job. But I'm trying not to be so territorial about who I am. Instead, I'm trying to learn whatever that piques my interest. And the charming thing that life does is whatever you learn, no matter how random it is, it will always come useful in the oddest way. And graphic design is kind of related to digital art. So whatever I learned through graphic design helps me in my art and vice versa. Lately, I have been thinking a lot about what I want to achieve for my art. You see, most of the digital art I do is mostly inspired by the aesthetics, but I want to focus more on conveying deeper messages and also trying to do storytelling through my art. I guess this video could also count as an effort. But I do believe it was necessary for me to start out with the superficial art style which only focused on the aesthetics, because your art is a depiction of who you are as a person. I was naive as I started out, therefore the kind of art I did was also naive and endearing without any profoundness. As I am becoming more and more learned, my art has too started refining itself. I am less and less focused on the number of likes and follows and what people think or what people might like. Instead, I am focusing on what kind of work I want to do and what brings me joy. All the while, focusing on not trying to give myself too much pressure to deliver that I forget to enjoy each day. So, I decided to start with drawing what gives me joy every day. And of course, it had to be my pet Pungchu. We give each other happiness every day. I also want to focus on publishing my book with illustration soon. I have always wanted to have a published copy of my book. It does not matter whether it sells or not. I just want it to exist aesthetically and genuinely. I'm in the process of digitizing the write-ups that I have collected so far, and also trying to figure out what kind of illustration I can do for the book, mainly to figure out how to converge these two important parts of my life, that is digital art and writing, into a harmonious piece through my first book. So guys, that is my story till now. I remember a year ago, I felt so lost and was on the verge of oblivion. The guilt of asking money from my parent after graduation increased day by day, and living with relatives, even though I have met the kindest of beings, it tends to get suffocating at times as an introvert living with others. But in the beginning of 2022, I was showered with all the fruits of the persistent effort I have been putting in my crafts since the beginning, that I could not help but call myself God's favorite Alu amongst our group friends. I am financially independent, working a job that I feel passionate about. I moved into my own place, which is the best a cottage-gourd girl can ever dream of in this bustling, indifferent city of Thimphu. We have a green lawn, and the sun dries the clothes within a few hours. A river flows a minute away, and my workplace is just 5 minutes away. I do get unhappy by the blandness of life because I feel stuck at times, but all I know is that those who are grateful can be happy and attract happiness, and that even when you feel blue, you don't block it. You just let yourself drown in the blues, and it will go faster than you think. So I hope you liked my first video. Do subscribe and share if you have an artist friend who would be inspired by this. But on second thought, I put a month-long effort into this, so do share this video. If not, you will get bad luck for a month. Thank you everyone who is still watching till the end. Have a good day and Lishumbe de Tupka.